In 5 weeks, we have the second most important holiday in Wisconsin, second only to Christmas, and that is the Wisconsin Musky Expo. What's going on, everybody? My name is Brian. You're watching Angling Anarchy and part 2 of talking with my good friend Rich Reinert here about baits and things that you're going to see at the Wisconsin Musky Expo. March 20th through the 22nd, coming up real quick here. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll link it up top here. You can go back. It'll be the video from yesterday. So if you want to see all that is going to be offered, and not all, just a little portion, because this is an amazing show. We're hitting some highlights here of things that you'll be able to find at the Wisconsin Musky Expo, and I think we're just going to jump right into it. We covered bucktails, glide baits, some dive and rises, so we are going to look at some topwaters, some swim baits, some crankbaits, and some other paraphernalia.
Can I go get another bottle of Mountain Dew?
Oh boy, I only have some.
You're not gonna get a woohoo out of me. You know, well,
have to be Sundrop around here.
And that's okay. Sundrop's pretty darn good.
Yes, it is.
You know, this is Musky Innovations' new swimming dog. This bait here is, I'm telling you, it's the swim bait on the market. I mean, I think it's a staple in everybody's tackle box. Here's one of the new. They've got a lot of custom colors, some of the finest custom colors on the market, and here's one of them. So that's something you want to be definitely look for and make sure you get into that booth.
And just for a size comparison, I mean, this little one is going to be awesome for early season. I'm excited about that size bait.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
But they're going to be there, and they're the new owner. The way I understand it, will be there as well.
Okay, awesome.
So being we're talking about swim baits, we got it just because, you know, look at. There's only one guy and who can get away with this. This is Rusty's Custom Lures Crackhead. What a name.
Yeah.
You know, this guy.
It's cool though, because it
actually works really well.
So we just had the Musky Innovation swim baits. They work awesome. It's nice soft plastic, which makes them work good. But you get a pike coming along and hitting the tail, it's gone. Not with this swim bait.
No. Crackhead's really good bait. For the few people that know what these are, they've done well with them. It's got a beautiful belly roll. It's got a lot of sound. So it's worth a mention.
Absolutely.
You know, to pick one of these up. So we thought we'd just mention it because we're just Rusty's nuts, I swear.
Oh, he is.
You know what? While we're talking about Rusty, we might as well go ahead and show it.
Yep.
You know, we can keep going with some other things, but let's show this.
Let's get into it.
All right. Coming from the guy that has got names like piss, here comes the Shart. This is the Shart, and I'm going to tell you something.
And Shart is an acronym.
This is
the short ass rat topwater.
That's exactly right.
The Shart.
So he calls it the Shart. So, anyways, that bait I love for Wisconsin fish. It's got a little more subtle action, but I'm telling you, there's 8 different sounds that come out of this flat tail.
Yeah, it's wild.
And if you look at the shape, it's not hokey. It actually pushes water really nice, and will walk the dog as well. So we've seen the Shart, and here comes the Fart.
The fat ass Rusty. Oh my gosh, the fat ass rat topwater. There we go.
Now, coming from the guy that's got a color named Piss, he calls chartreuse Chardouche, and now he's got the Shart and Fart. But in all honesty, they're really good.
They're really cool
and
baits.
They're really actually a really decent flap tail. You know, we're on flap tails. I will mention this. Smith Bait Company has come out with was able to get my hands on one because they're making them right now, but he's got a new flap tail. This and Smitty's flap tail will rock your world. So you make sure you stop by the Smith Bait Company and check that as well. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. So let's go back to swim baits.
Okay.
This here is from Bam Bam.
Yep.
It's a swim fin. It's now the Wisconsin model. And people make fun of Wisconsin, you know, fish being small, but they're not small. They're inland water fish, and a lot of guys wanted something smaller, and he addressed that and he brought it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I fished with Taylor Flannery, he was showing me one of the best ways to run this. I know a lot of guys are going to see this and just cast it out and reel it in.
No.
It works fine that way, but
yeah, it's better.
If you give it some slackline snaps as you're working it back, this thing darts back and forth.
Yep.
And if you want to see a video of it, I don't know if I can really link it, but I know if you go to Musky Guarantee Guide Service on Facebook, Taylor's got a video of how to work these things, and he put a ton of fish in the boat.
Oh, I know
with the bigger size and the small size here last year.
It's a deadly bait. It really is.
Absolutely.
I got to give it to Brady Martz. I mean, he's come out with 3 winners, and and this is his latest one. So
absolutely.
Okay. While we're into that, we might as well go into, well, I'm going to do this one because we were talking about snapping and jerking.
Oh,
Here's a guy that's been around for a long time.
It just keeps going. This is one bait.
But there's a lot of guys that throw these. That's made by Muntz Tackle. And, you know, and I'm telling you, I didn't know what to quite make it at first, but there's some guys that are doing really well with these, and they're catching a lot of big fish. You can work this up in the shallow, up in the vegetation. You can work this out deeper. There's a weight system that goes with it. When you buy one, you've got that. I left you that white one.
Yep.
You know, and I saw the look on your face like, oh, wow. You know, but this bait has got a quiet following. I think there's a lot of guys that'll be mad because we're bringing it out in front of the, you know, the public. And it doesn't throw bad at all. It's pretty easy. So it's not bad, but it's got tremendous action. Stop by, you know, Muntz. I'm sure Andy would love to talk with you.
And there's just an action that you get out of a fly, whether it's an actual fly that you have to use a fly rod to cast, or these castable ones that Andy makes. It's just a different look in the water that the fish do not see.
Our fish are pressured.
Yeah.
They need a different look.
Something different is, man, you got to have it.
And he's got it. And, you know, Andrew makes some great stuff.
Yeah.
And he's quiet though.
Yeah.
So stop in, say hi, tell him that you saw this on, you know, on Brian Scaife's Angling Anarchy. But no, it's truly a nice bait. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to do these real quick. They're crankbaits.
Okay.
This is, you know, Bob Kimball, Trucker Lures.
Yep.
That's his new 4-inch. A lot of people complain, you know, there was never a bait that was castable, or a smaller bait. Guys in Green Bay like a smaller bait.
Sure.
And I will tell you, this bait has got tremendous action in the water. He's got a winner here. And so we just want you to be aware that it's out there and available at Trucker Lures.
Awesome.
Okay. Here's a bait, kind of like, I'm going to tell you this. See how excited I was about the Diving Glide? This is a bait that we've had our hands on for a while. They've been very well tested. This is a 6-inch Ridgway Customs Softail. And when fishing is tough, there's a lot of pressure, post frontal, or let's say you move some fish on a bucktail and, you know, they just won't go. You put this back in their face, they'll eat that thing. It's a 6-inch, you know, minnow bait, Softail from Ridgway Customs. It's definitely a booth you want to definitely visit, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Look at the metallic finish on that.
Oh yeah, and they're awesome guys. I mean, I know the Ridgway brothers.
Matt and Charlie are great
from
guys.
Iowa. Yeah, no, they're great guys, make a great bait. I know Matt Vavrock has a lot of their baits in a lot of his videos, so you may have seen some of the Ridgway stuff in there. And I know Ridgway has a Facebook page, and he's putting out videos every now and again. So
that's a great bait.
Yeah.
A lot of guys just don't know.
Yep, absolutely.
But this is 6-inch, and it's a bait that everybody can throw.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to get into topwaters real quick, because I know you got to watch all this time stuff. Okay. You know, here's another bait worth mentioning. This here is a Cyclone. It was a globe that I made years ago. It's been enlarged ahead. It's just new color pattern, but the amount of fish that were caught on this bait last year for guys that put it to work did really well. It's a bait you need to look for. It's a great topwater bait. It's an old school bait, but that old school bait has accounted for a lot of 30, 35 pound fish in Wisconsin. So here's a bait that's starting to come back. You know, a lot of guys will throw tail baits. Everybody got whitewashed into, you know, fishing prop baits all the time. This here is a walk and spit. It's made by Pandemonium, the people that make SRJ. I was very fortunate to have this bait all season long, and that bait is badass.
It looks cool. It's got a different, you know, shape to the head there.
It does, but it actually, the way it walks, it's pushing the water, coming through the water, you know, and I mean, I really like it. It could, you know, there's two walk the dog baits that I use. I've thrown a Bubba a lot. A Bubba is an awesome bait. I would never, get rid of my bubbas. But this bait definitely has earned a spot in my box. If you can get to the show soon enough and get your hands on one of these, do so, because it's an awesome bait. It's been a bait that's been kept quiet way too long, and they're finally going to bring it out.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a walk and spit.
Nice.
Okay. The other walk the dog bait I like a lot is called a home wrecker. Now, this is from Tom's Custom Musky Baits. There's a bait that they make called the Walk of Death. Works phenomenal in just calm glass water. I wanted something that that you could work with a little bit more chop in the water. That was a purpose. A little bit girthier bait. It's similar to the Walk of Death, but it's a great bait. We've done well with them. They're finally going to release it this year, and it's going to be at the show. Okay. It's called a home wrecker from Tom's Custom Musky Baits. So, while we're on the walk the dog type baits, this is not a novelty. Actually, this bait, this is a chipmunk. This comes from Russia. These come from Russia, and they catch, not only large northern pike on them, but there's another fish over there that they catch, and I can't remember the name. I guess I'm not worldly enough. But anyways, this is a big thing. For the guys that want a bigger bait, there's 3 sizes. How many guys got black squirrels in your backyard here in Wisconsin? Well, they're fixing to be musky food, but that's the larger version, and then there's an in-between size. You'll find those over in the Tall Pines Gallery booth with Al Shaska. He's got a limited amount of these. They're imported from Russia. They got great action to them. It's something a little bit different, almost like folk, baits, but it's an awesome bait. Speaking of folk baits, while we're on it, how many people have gone to the show and heard this? We all know over the years what that is. This is a Wally Pog. In all honesty, a lot of people, he makes some crazy stuff, but Greg Nimmer, this Wally Pog has accounted for a lot of nice fish. I'm talking 55, 56, 57-inch fish. The guys, especially in Minnesota, they love that bait. So I didn't really bring this to talk about that. It's the bait that I've kind of got onto, and it's called a gremlin. No, is that right? No. Is it a gremlin? No, it's called a, I think I got it right. It's a gremlin. Yeah. But you know what? This is a badass little bait. Listen, cool. It's got sound. See? Yep. But it's got really, it's like a wake bait, and it's got great action. I probably said that wrong. I don't know if I'm right. Is that gremlin? All I know is it's a bait that works. It's an awesome little bait, easy to throw. If you got, what?
It's the goblin.
It's the goblin.
You're
See,
close.
gremlin, goblin,
Greg's going to be watching this going, man, these guys.
Yeah, it's okay. That's a goblin.
There we go.
Well, but look, everybody sits there and we do these videos. They think, oh, you guys are paid to do this stuff. You're out promoting this. No, we're not.
The amount of times somebody has come to the Chaos Tackle booth when I was working it and said, oh, what color is that? I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, we got
too much stuff to keep track of.
So look, there's so many baits at the show, Brian. There's no way that I can sit there and we can talk about everything that's there. We just can't. Look at how fast that's the fastest 29 minutes, from the first episode. It goes like that. Now you got me conscious of all the time.
Yeah, we're looking at the time up in the corner there.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't do this like you do all the time. But anyways, there's a ton of baits there. Okay, we got some great speakers. Difference in our speakers, I feel our guys, they're fishing guides. They're going to give you good information. And that's why I've always wanted to keep it, But we work very hard at the show. We want everybody to be happy. So there's a couple things that I want to bring out. Like I said, it never ends. Yeah. We were talking about Smitty with that new flap tail. And wait till you see this flap tail. It's pretty awesome. But here's a kit, a new screw-in weight system from Smitty Baits. And it's got its own case. It's got the weights. But they're clean. They did a really great job. Yeah, they're nice, just really weights. Clean. Few companies make them. Suick makes them. Chaos makes them. But Smitty's come out. He's done a great job with those. The shape, the way they sit up against them. Their thing, there's a lot of guys that were using Finn's braid in a 100-pound test. Some guys were asking like for 85. there's your 85. So guys wanted some, you know, like a little bit lighter, something for like throwing minnow baits, smaller musky baits. That diameter, they say 10 pound. I would say it's more like 12 pound mono.
Sure, which
but still, it's still very small, but it's 85 pound, and it will be at the show this year.
And the one thing, so I've been using fins for, gosh, going on 3 years now.
Right.
And the one thing I have found is that I can put 100-pound fins on a 400 Tranks, and it's okay. If I try to put 100-pound anything else on there, it's too bulky. You know, it'll fit on a 500 maybe, but a 400 not so much. This 85 on a 400 would be perfect.
Right.
Absolutely perfect.
But
even
it's
on a
more
300.
for throwing, listen, it'll throw regular musky baits.
Oh, yeah.
This 85 breaks at over 100 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's one thing for sure. Fins is a house brand to a company that makes, it's an OEM company that makes braids for other companies. It's good stuff. The last thing we're going to go into, I know what we're going to do.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yeah, Red October.
Gotta
People
have
have been
these.
asking about Red October. They were at the show before. It was a matter of time restraints why they couldn't come, but they're going to be back there. They got a lot of custom stuff. So, you know, Red October is going to be there.
Perfect.
Okay. So here's Net Buddy. You know, that's been the big talk about Net Buddy. And a lot of people, I don't know if we can do this. I'm going to let you handle this because I'll break a fish.
Over.
Do you see this fish? This is his. Who did this for you?
Lax.
Oh my God. Lax did a phenomenal job. This is his 56 incher.
53 and a half.
53 and a half. Yeah. It looks like 56.
He's adding some inches for me.
It's huge. But yeah, I see you got your live release Wisconsin record deal. Lax did a phenomenal job on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job.
It's a good looking fish. But yeah, and that fish would fit quite easily in this net.
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of sprinkled up.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing: the guy that owns this company, Matt Lenz, he really puts a lot of effort into this company. This net is pretty light.
It is pretty light. Yep.
And it's called the Tiger Musky.
I like the fact that it's got their little disc is built right into the yoke.
It is
there, so that you can still slide it through.
But yet it's ready to put the Net Buddy right onto your boat.
Yep.
And that has really, I think, taken over. You know, that's been an innovation in the musky industry that has been phenomenal because nets are always a pain. You know, somebody's got to be there to hold it while you're pulling the fish out. With this, you just clamp it into the boat, into the side of the boat. I've run a Tuffy E-Sox. You know what boat I run.
Yep.
And they've got provisions to put them on those boats as well as boats that have got a thicker, gunnel.
Yep.
Okay. So the thing of it is, he's got accessories, and one of the accessories is he's got braided scissors.
Yep.
He's got hook files,
flat file.
This is the thing I know you fell in love with right away.
I'm excited about this one. Big old, nice heavy-duty hook out, so you can. Here, let's see. You can grab your hook,
and then yank it out.
Pop it out,
and it comes right out.
And it gives you a lot of space, keeps your hands away from the fish. We've had it even with long-handled pliers sometimes. If a fish wants to jump up in the net, it can get you. So this is just a nice, safe way to take care of those fish and keep your hands from getting sliced up as well.
That was great. That's a great thing, and Net Buddy came out with it. I mean, he's got everything. He's going to be the accessory company. I don't know what I did with it here, where that rod went to. Oh, it's right in the corner.
Oh, yep.
Let me tell you, I knew that Net Buddy made, I was aware of Net Buddy, but here's the thing that, I love the most about them is their bags. Look, fishing rods cost a lot of money, okay? And take care of them. Some guys don't, but I do, okay? This is the bag that he makes. It's that neoprene kind of, whatever.
Neoprene, yep.
But it's just easy on, easy off. It doesn't take anything when you come in or you're getting out of the water. I just put them back on. It protects your rods, and they're just really good rod covers.
It looks nice.
I use that on all of my rods, and it just increases the life of your rods. That's all it does. So people don't realize you're going down the road, how sand and everything can just eat your equipment right up.
And to that point too, having a reel cover on there to keep because I've made the mistake of being up in northern Wisconsin and not realizing we're going to go down maybe a dusty road.
Yep.
And the reels are just sitting in the boat, and you get them home, and I take apart my own reels and do a lot of my own maintenance on them, and there's a lot of dirt that gets in there.
Sure it does, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, yep.
And then they complain that their reels don't work, and they blame the reel manufacturer, which they do, okay?
Yep.
And, you know, they don't realize that they're their own demise.
Yep, yep.
So, but again, this was just a little bit. You know, I guess you're just going to have to come to the show.
You got to come to the show.
And see what's all there. Because there's going to be plenty there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
This.
Oh, we're talking about accessories. I got to bring this up. And let me tell you this. Yeah, where's that?
There we go.
There it is. This is... I want to bring this to your attention only because, you know what, there's a lot of these hoodies in the market and everybody knows all the name brands, but this to me, I've been wearing these, Brian, and I'm going to tell you, he makes one that's like a bamboo. Mm-hmm. They call it a bamboo hoodie. It's one of the most comfortable shirts I've ever worn.
It's nice and light. I mean, it's a perfect sun shirt. I mean, I hate having to put on sunscreen all the time. I mean, I do on, you know, ear, nose, and all that stuff. But if I can get away with something that's longer sleeved and I can throw a hood up to keep from having to put it on my neck and keep it off my hands, I'm going to wear a sun shirt. And this is a very nice sun shirt.
We've got a lot of cool stuff.
Yep.
Some great speakers this year. I want to take some time just to thank all of you, because if you didn't come to the show, we couldn't have the show.
Yep.
And, you know, we work really hard. This show isn't about money. There's a lot of people don't realize that we donate money, you know, from the show to different events, you know, or stocking, you know. We do a lot of that kind of stuff. We don't talk about it because we don't need a pat on the back. We're just we feel it's the right thing to do. And we just enjoy doing it. And we have a lot of passion. My wife's got a lot of passion. She loves the show. This is her time of year to see everybody, you know, through the years. You know, all the vendors. She works very hard. Penny works very hard. You've seen her whip around that place.
Yep.
I don't know. We just enjoy doing it. And I think if you're just doing it for money, or if you're just doing it, you know, for whatever reason, we do it because we really enjoy people having a good time there.
Yep.
And that's what it's about for us. Okay, everybody having a good time. We want the vendors to have a good time as much as the people that come to the show to have a good time. And I'm hoping so much that we're able to accomplish that for you.
Absolutely. And I'll have a video probably shortly here talking about, because I'll have a booth. It'll be adjacent to the Chaos Tackle booth. I'll have some sun shirts and hoodies and some custom baits from some of the manufacturers that we saw today. So I will not go too far into that, but look forward to that as well.
Also, you know Gus Manti, okay?
Yes. Yep.
So Gus is going to try something different this year. For those of you that don't know who Gus Manti is, it's Muskies on Tap, and normally it's a podcast. I think he's going to actually have a live podcast where you can actually watch it, and we're going to go in depth on a few of these baits.
Okay.
And so that'll be coming out as well. There's going to be plenty of information out there before you get to the show, and hopefully it'll be enough for you to, you know, say, you know what? We're coming to Wausau. We're going to go to the Wisconsin Musky Expo.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's it for all of this stuff that we have. So with that, I appreciate every single one of you watching this mess, and I'll see you on the next video.